Good morning, guys. It's your boy Sydney here. And today I want to chat to you about inside a single mother. Now, some of you may have heard this before, some of you may have not. But if you haven't, the old adage is that you never date a single mother unless you want to live in a messy house. And look, of course, there's the odd exception, but that's not the rule, is it? It is the exception. Now, guys, I got sent some videos last night, and it's a similar sort of scene to what I've seen before, and it's also a similar sort of scene to what I witnessed from a woman that used to rent a room in my house and pretty much overtook the whole joint. Overtook the whole joint with her shit. I'm gonna see if I can put together a collage of those photos of that shit storm at some point, as well as put the video. I just need to get some basic video editing software to be able to do that. What's going on, Motor Frozes, Boots, Satanic and Live Free? So guys, have you ever, and there's actually a few telltale signs that you can actually find before you've even gone back to a woman's house. Oh my God, Joey says, yeah, they start decorating everything. Holy shit. If you've ever been to the house of a single mother, you will notice they have paintings or canvases or photos up on every wall, on every bench top, on every surface, at every opportunity, every single time. And it's all useless junk, all of it. It's so rare that you ever find it. In fact, I think I actually mentioned in one of my videos in the last week, for those of you guys who religiously watch, and to those of you who do religiously watch, thank you, I appreciate you. So there's this video I did about this woman. She had like 15 of those little like wooden carved signs where it's like a word carved out, like love or peace or happiness or one of those things. She had like around like 15 of them or something, and she even had double ups, just in different styles. So there's like 3 fucking love ones, you know, 2 peace, 3 happy. It's like, what? Wow, I can't believe sun's so bright this morning. So yeah, and now I want to show you a couple of red flags, right? A couple of red flags that will indicate to you that this person has a pigsty of a house. Look at the state of the inside of their car. If they have got McDonald's wrappers, if they have got pizza boxes, if they've got empty soft drink bottles or milk bottles or juice bottles, you better believe there's cockroaches in their sink. You better believe there's cockroaches in their sink. Just crazy. I should have just... Sorry guys, won't be a moment. Yeah, honestly, you better believe there's cockroaches in that sink. You better believe that there's unmade sheets on that bed. Better believe that. Because it's the only likely situation. And you're gonna go there, and there's gonna be kids' toys all over the floor. There's going to be dishes in the sink. Oh, Boski says, good news. I've been red pilling a young man for weeks. He told me today at work I cancelled the wedding this weekend. Nice. He's obviously looked at the red flags within the framework of what was going on and realized that he was in for a world of hurt with this particular individual. Yeah, exactly. Condoms on the floor, or condom wrappers, or even just like a little bit of foil. And it's even more worrying when you don't see condom wrappers on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, a buddy of mine. He's the funniest guy, I swear. And if they've got a massive handbag that's overflowing with shit, especially if there's like 4 lipsticks and, you know, 3 or 4 little packs of tissues and all of this different stuff, right? But gotta be so careful. Gotta be so careful. Because having multiple items of something, what that actually means to you is that she's probably got multiple items of everything else at home. And she probably just buys stuff to replace what it is that she can't find. And she can't find it because it's buried under something else. It's buried under something else because she doesn't clean up. And she doesn't clean up because she's lazy. I actually visited the house of a single mum, the same one with all of the letters. And it had been 8 months since she'd moved into her house. And you know what she turned around to me and said? She goes, "Oh, hon, it's just so hard. Like, you know, like I didn't get enough time off when I was moving, and because, you know, I got so little time off, I couldn't really get everything organized." She's like, and it's just been 8 months and I just can't get things organized. And she goes, "Do you know what I mean?" And I was like, "Let me ask you a question." She's like, "Okay." I said, "You see that pile of neatly folded towels on the couch? Those 8 towels you've got on the couch?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, "If you were to go over and pick that pile up right now and put it in the cupboard, how long would that take you?" She goes, "Fuck you." I'm like, "Yeah, that's right. I'm right." She goes, "Yeah, you heard me." So it's like, and these women I'm talking about, these hoarders, these people that never tidy up, these people that just leave shit everywhere, they've got no concept. It's just incredible. Like, oh, sorry. Oh, that was a good stretch. It was a real good stretch. They are hoarders. They are disorganized. They are lazy. They are excuse makers. They are not motivated. They don't work hard enough at things that are important in their life. They're setting a terrible example for their kids. Their kids are probably going to grow up worse than they are. And it's like, this is where this generation of entitled, lazy, messy, sloppy, ignorant kids are coming from these mothers. That's a truth bomb right there. And Stravenstein, good to see you, brother, says sometimes women will try to hide that at the beginning of a relationship. Yeah, but if you're smart enough, hang on, I'm just gonna this guy, man, the guy in front of me is trying to park. He's having a shock. He keeps reversing up onto the curb. Let me give him some space. Let me give my brother some space. So, yeah, they've just got no clue, guys. Yeah, cat hair everywhere. Their hair everywhere. If you get there with one of those, like those cat hair vacuum cleaners with like the little rolling brush that picks up all the hair, you better guarantee the whole roller is going to be just like one big tube of their hair. That's how it goes. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Right? If you, as MGTOW Viking says, if you cats and cat hair everywhere, exactly. Motofroza says wait a while and they expose themselves, exactly. Boots says women are not trained today in many areas of their life and the destructive cycle continues. Jessel says they try to buy the kids love and they come to the conclusion that they have a problem. And never come to the conclusion. Exactly. Because they just keep buying shit for themselves and for their kids. There's more and more and more and more. Absolutely incredible. Like this particular individual, right? I swear to God, I'm not even kidding you, must have had at least 30 to 40 picture frames still in the plastic from years ago that she wanted to put up. Still in the plastic. Right? And just no sense of accountability or reason. And smash that thumbs up, guys, if you haven't already. No sense of accountability or reason or logic or thought around why it might be that they can't find themselves a decent partner that doesn't have more kids than they do. They can't comprehend why it might be that they're struggling to find a mate. Right? And don't even get me started on the fact that, some of them are in their mid-30s, starting to look a bit worse for wear. And, and I'm not being cruel here, it's just biology, Biology is the cruel one, not me. Don't shoot the messenger. You know what I'm saying? So, Live Free says, I was banging this woman, 28 years old, 2 cats, 1 kid. Exactly what you describe. I'm telling you, man, they're everywhere. And okay, Live Free, you know exactly what I'm talking about here. Like you're chatting to them, you're flirting, you're going back and forth. Because I've been there, right? I've been there before, but now I know to keep clear. I know the red flags to watch out for. You're chatting to them, texting, and like bit of connection going on there. Bit of chemistry, and then you get to this point. And shit, I'm tired. You get to this point where like, oh, why don't you come over? My kid's daddy's got the baby for the night. Or sometimes they won't even tell you. Sometimes they say, I'm free tonight, you want to come over? You're like, sure, I'll come over. So you head on over to their house and you walk in the door. All of a sudden you step on some Lego. They're like, oh, sorry, that's just my sons or my daughters or my kids' toys. I'm sorry. All right, and then you come in the house. There's like disposable, bins overflowing with disposable nappies, clothes everywhere, toys everywhere, unhung picture frames everywhere. Right? All that bullshit. And it's like, and you kind of like, you've been all G'd up, you kind of want to bang, but you also kind of want to run. And you're torn between those two, especially if you're blue pill, because you don't know any better. Right? You're like, man, finally I got me some pussy, and now I don't want to go there, but if I don't go there, I might not get any more. Right? Because, this girl's being nice enough to allow me to get the chance. Right? Because that's the blue pill mentality. Once you're actually aware of the red pill mentality, can't really have it's not the red pill mentality per se, but once you have red pill knowledge, that is when you are able to truly look past gynocentrism and truly look past these times where you were given the opportunity to maybe get some pussy. It's when you look past, it's when you look forward and you say, man, if I knew then what I know now, it would have been a double-edged sword, because you would have been able to get endless amounts of that pussy easier and without having to step on Lego and toys and without having to sort of tiptoe through a maze of clothes and rubbish and, you know, empty packaging on the floor, without having to get biscuit crumbs between your toes because she hasn't vacuumed in 5 months since she moved in. A counter full of dishes, no part of floor uncovered with junk, TV blaring and her on the phone. Do not need that life. Oh yeah, Isaac, so you better believe that. Texting her daughter or her son's father at like 11 o'clock at night, having an argument with him. It's like, is it any surprise that you guys aren't together anymore? Really? Ugh. Disgraceful. Disgraceful. Yeah, MGTOW Viking, you're right, man. Toys everywhere, smoothie everywhere, blueberries everywhere, bits of food everywhere, cat hair everywhere, women hair everywhere, dust everywhere. Exactly. Toothpaste everywhere, soap scum everywhere through the bathroom. You know, fucking hanging frames, hanging portraits, photo frames, ornaments, colored bottles. You know, clothes, towels, bras, like random books, old TVs that she never sold and never put away and never put into another room after she bought a big screen TV that she can sit on the couch and watch all day. You know, you got like that musty smell. Like, oh man, this place ain't been aired out for a while. There's some stuff in here that ain't too fresh. On went to clear a notification that popped up on my screen and it kicked me out. But yeah, rotten food everywhere. Smell of cat piss. Boots. MGTOW guy says loose toilet seat. By the way, good to see you, MGTOW guy. I'm glad you managed to catch me this morning. I noticed you commented that earlier. Boots says her sleeping in bed and ephedrine cut up like cocaine on the table and kids upstairs. Harmonic Life says it's great when you're banging her and a kid comes screaming in the room and dives onto the bed. Or when you're in the room and the kid's like, Mom! Mom! Like, just like, Mom! And you're like, fuck! What did I get myself into? What did I get myself into? Hiya. MGTOW Viking, exactly, broken things everywhere. There's like 10 fucking ornamental clocks in boxes that ready to put up on the wall just to tell the time. And then she's got an Apple Watch as well. She's got a Google Home. And she's like, you know, the only reason you know about it is because you said something and it thought you said, okay, Google, and it and it started talking from underneath all of the filth. Oh yeah, Joey says, man, I'm loving you guys. Thank you guys for all of the good suggestions. Joey says big pictures or hangings of herself, big pictures or paintings of herself hanging up in the living room are also a big run for the hills moment, especially if they're a glamour photo where she's like all dolled up and it's airbrush and it's like, you know, this kind of photo, right? Or like that, you know, like that kind of pic. Random Blip says numerous broken things around the house waiting to be fixed. Yeah, by some blue pill guy who comes over and fixes everything and gets nothing other than some burnt toast and some cordial. Mad MGTOW says, single mothers are a no-go zone for me. Luckily in life, I've dodged a bullet. Intuition is the best weapon you can have. Exactly, guys. And, you know, part of having intuition is being aware of certain things that you need to look out for. And reminding yourself of it enough that it becomes subconscious. Because that way, when you see a scenario, it automatically triggers your subconscious to go, oh, no, 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 I'm out of here. I'm out of here. And Live Free says, to be honest, when he was seeing a single mum that is exactly what I described, the cats were okay, didn't bother me. The kid freaked me out though because he seemed so desperate for a friend. I had so much pity for that boy. And this is the thing, right? Because the mothers are paying, in so many cases, they're paying so much attention to somebody else. So much attention to their phone, so much attention to the TV, so much attention to their laptop, so much attention to their tablet or iPad or whatever device it is they have. You know, and if they're in the company of friends, so much attention to their friends that it's like almost like it's just a hindrance, you know. And the kids are screaming out for someone to connect with. They're screaming out for a father figure, but they don't have either of those, and the mother doesn't give them either of those because mother doesn't equal father. And single mothers equals half the attention of a parental partnership. And I've noticed when dads are single fathers, they tend to try much harder to give their kids the attention and the connection that they deserve. And that's just some real talk, guys. And I appreciate so many of you jumping in on the chat. We're almost 40 in the chat. Smash that thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate you all. It does mess the kid up. You know, women think they are multitaskers because they think they can do everything. They think that they can, you know, clean the house and have the career and raise the kid perfectly and do this and do that and all of this. They can't. It doesn't happen like that. It doesn't work like that. It's never going to work like that. MGTOW says the other thing to watch for is the exes. There was a case a few years ago here in NZ where a young man was murdered at the home of his new accomplice, a single mum, by her ex, a known fugitive. So this single mother was dating a guy who was a known fugitive, a known criminal, a known dangerous felon, and yet she's still dating him and putting her child at risk of being around these women. And then either the kid gets hurt or the new partner gets killed. And none of the accountability will be owned by the single mother. She'll play the victim in all of this. She'll play the victim in all of this, right? Because none of it's her fault, right? It's all somebody else. You know, it's all somebody else's fault that they messed up. I love that line in As Good as It Gets by Jack Nicholson, who says that the way he writes women so well is to take away reason and think of a man and then take away reason and accountability. And it's so true. If you actually do a YouTube search for reason and accountability, Jack Nicholson, you'll find it. And grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins can be affected by it all. Something Stravenstein said. And yeah, it's not great. And Alice Kumquat says most of the most screwed up people I know were raised by a single mum. And this, and with the women's lib movement, with the, you know, freedom of choice that we gave to women, that's okay. Like, it's okay to give a human being freedom of choice. I understand that. But to give them the freedom of choice at the expense of children is not right. And it was never right. It was always a crime against humanity. Always. What up, Marcel Harding? How you doing, buddy? If you guys haven't checked out Marcel Harding, go and check out the flavor of his channel and subscribe if you guys are loving what he's got putting up. And yeah, here we go. MGTOW Farmer says, was he a felon because of her? I've got cousins that are in and out of prison for DVO breaches. He would go and feed his 3 kids and get the cops called on him. Yeah, so guys are trying to look after their kids and they're becoming criminals, right? And it's like, and then they get pushed out, and then the mother gets a new boyfriend in and banging the new boyfriend, and no wonder the old guy gets pissed off. And I'm not saying that excuses murder, because it certainly doesn't, but I can understand why some people are driven to that point, right? Ricardo Miranda, how you doing? Kids calling daddy to every new girl, every new partner the mum gets. Exactly. And another red flag as well, guys, to watch out for, in addition to the multiple items in the handbag, in addition to the shit all through the car, in addition to, spending money on things they don't need while you're out and about, and in addition to eating fast food. These are all the things you need to watch out for, that you need to avoid to stay away from toxic single mothers. The selfie woman who tries to give her sexy look with her eyes and face, like the duck face, for example, and post it on Facebook for attention. And don't get me started on the doggy filter, like a one on Snapchat. You know what I'm talking about. We all know what I'm talking about there. Oh wow. Mad MGTOW says it was a woman who got tied up with a bad boy. She was eventually done for accessory and perjury and covering up the murder. Jesus Christ. So, sorry guys, I just got a duck. So, okay. Wow. So, okay, just to clarify, guys, just to recap. So, there was a case a few years ago in New Zealand where a young man was murdered at the home of his new girlfriend, which is single mum, by her ex, who was a known felon, and this woman knew that he was a felon, right? Because the single mother chose the bad boy. And then on top, like, as if all this wasn't bad enough, it wasn't like, oh wow, it wasn't like she said, oh my god, what did you do to my new boyfriend? She actually covered up the murder, and then she lied about it, and she got charged with accessory to murder and perjury, lying in court. Oh my god. Wow. Just wow. These are the kind of lies that women tell. You think they're just lying about their looks with makeup? Oh, that's the tip of the iceberg, baby. You better believe there's some shit down below water level that's going to sink the Titanic. Duckface is a triple red flag. That's right. Exactly right, Live Free. Boots says there is a woman who was arrested in Florida that let her 2-year-old smoke meth and pot the other day. Oh. How? Unbelievable. What can I say, guys? Anyway, look, I need to go. I think I need to go and take some Nurofen for this headache that just gave me. Oh yeah. Oh wow. So 2 more things for you guys before I head out. MGTOW guy says, I remember when I was dating a guy who invited me over to her friend's house. I'm going to assume dating a girl. I remember when I was dating a girl who invited me over to her friend's house to hang out with her, and her boyfriend just let out as a felon. I never went back. So this girl's invited this MGTOW guy to hang out at her house while her boyfriend, who was a convicted felon, was there hanging out with them. Ridiculous. And Mad MGTOW says about this case where the felon ex-boyfriend murdered the new boyfriend, and then the woman lied to the court and helped cover up the murder. So she lied to her new boyfriend, saying she was single, but in reality, the ex and an accomplice were driving around Lower Hutt, which is a Wellington suburb, waiting for the ambush. Jesus. And here's the thing, right? Even though this ex-boyfriend was a felon, he was a massive simp. Because this guy is actually actively, like, this guy's trying to kill the new boyfriend of the girl. It's like, at what point does the ex-boyfriend go, no, you're the one that went with a new dude. You're the one. No accountability. Zero. Zilch. Whatever might work. Just says, my son says his mother often doesn't feed him. His grandmother sneaks food to him at school, but she's asking for a restraining order against me because I'm the abusive one. Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. Alright, guys. I'm going to go do what I need to do. It's good to see you all. I appreciate you. If you want to check out some of my merchandise, check out MGTOWmerch.com. If you want to go check me out on Instagram, Minds, and Twitter, feel free to do so in the description below. If you want to donate via crypto, got a PayPal and I've got the Litecoin and the Bitcoin link below. Especially if you want to get rid of some of your Bitcoin now that it's down a bit. Just saying. On paypal.me/sydneymgtow and patreon.com/sydneymgtow. If you want to help out with the fighting fund to go towards ending gynocentrism. Those of you who watch my videos, you'll know what that's all about. Anyway, look forward to seeing you guys next time. Appreciate you. And I will I'll catch you next time. Peace.